All right, Shane, last stop here. Let's jump on down to the Plains where this is something that, we have talked about. But in the spring, you don't want the offense to be dominating every day because then, what's that say about your defense? You don't want your
Right.
defense to be the damn steel curtain because then, you don't got an offense. So
Yeah.
if nothing else, it sounds like, Hugh Freeze seems pretty mystified on what the hell's going on down there, but at least he's saying, hey, one day the offense dominates, one day the defense dominates. Let's kick it over to Hugh Freeze. I got a question for you on the other side.
Truthfully, Wednesday was the exact opposite of the previous Friday, and it was a total domination by the offense, which I don't have the luxury of leaving the practice field feeling good either way. So I thought 2 Fridays ago we stunk on offense, and I hope we're really good on defense. And then Wednesday I left practice thinking, we stink on defense. Maybe we're pretty good on offense. So the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. And we're nowhere near where we need to be on either side yet. But the offense had a really good day Wednesday.
So having said all that, Shane, is this the way that you would prefer it if you were a coach? One side of the ball dominating one day and the other the next, or how would you ideally want that in the spring?
That's a great question, Mike. And I want to answer it two ways because part of this, I think, is a little bit of the hangover, not the hangover, but the continuation of we need a scrimmage with another team. So you kind of got to play that card, it felt like a little bit. But if I'm a coach, man, no, I think if I know my defense is legit, and I want them to come out and be legit. I want my offense to struggle because if that's the case, my offense will get better playing that defense. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth and not really having a firm grip on who's running this thing. That I don't want to say worries you because he makes a comment. Hell, they may be doing really good, and it's so I don't know. I'm kind of torn there, but. If I'm like I said, all offense or all defense, I want one side to kick ass.
Yep. And so speaking of the biggest question there on the Plains, who will be Hugh Freeze's quarterback come opening weekend here? And is he even on the roster? We don't know. But I just love the fact that this is what you're getting when you hire Hugh Freeze. Whether you love him, you hate him, whatever. He's been in the SEC. He knows what comes with being a starting quarterback in the SEC, the pressure, not just on the field, in the locker room, on campus, and all that. Just some interesting comments I thought from Hugh discussing, all that's asked of a quarterback at an institution like Auburn, and he gives a little insight into kind of the strengths and the weaknesses of the three guys competing for this job.
Solid. Solid. I think he has a real chance to be a solid quarterback, but I think the other two again had good days also, better days, and so the interesting thing will be their response to the competition that's created and that has been created, that will continue to go on, and. Being the quarterback to me at an SEC school at a place like Auburn carries a lot of weight with it. And that weight doesn't end when spring practice 15 is over. And how does that go through summer? And what does that look like in the leadership of this team? And that will all play into ultimately who gets that first nod. And it's be interesting to see how all respond to that. Robbie's pocket presence, quieter feet in the pocket. TJ's playing within the system has gotten better. He's made some accurate throws. Just sometimes it shouldn't have been thrown. It should have been handed off. So this was new to him, so he's done that. Holden's accuracy, particularly on down the field throws. He had several explosives Wednesday. I think has improved. Still got to work on his. He's got to get still in the pocket too, but he's still young.
All right, Shane. So again, if nothing else, hell, I listen to all these press conferences. I mean, when I hear these comments, I feel like I have a good feel for a coach that understands everything that comes with the position, and some of them sure as hell don't, and I think Hugh does.
Well, and the thing I like about it too, it's kind of a breath of fresh air, down there in the plains. Last year, all we kept hearing was just coach speak, coach speak. It's just, oh my gosh, you could record the conversation you had week 1. It's going to be the same that you had week 8. At least Hugh's coming out here and it feels a little authentic. It feels like, hey man, okay, we're not where we need to. I mean, he's just telling us what he thinks, what he just saw in practice, and he's not hiding it or sugarcoating it. Yeah. I like that, Mike, me personally, because because if you come out and you just say the same old, and we don't see the improvement, then you feel like you're not getting improvement, But if Hugh's coming out and say, hey, man, we did really good on offense, but we did really good the other day on defense. It's just telling you the truth, I think, and that I like it. I don't know. Like I said, it's just a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, buddy, it's a breath of fresh air.